So Daniel Dubois knocks out Bogdan Dinu in the second round. Now, there was a lot of questions obviously going into this fight about whether Dubois had got rid of those demons from the Joyce fight. And to be honest, it's hard to say. I mean, the fight obviously didn't even last 2 rounds. It was very hard to tell whether we'd seen him learn anything new from his new trainer, obviously Shane McGuigan. I mean, to me, he very much looked like the old Dubois, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Triple D, before the Joyce defeat, was a solid fighter, always had a very good jab, superb straight right, as we saw in this fight here. And it's still very hard to gauge where he's at. I mean, we know he's British Commonwealth level, but my main concern after this fight was that they were talking about, oh, you know, give us 6 months, give us 12 months, and he'll be right up there with the big boys. Look, Dubois is only 23 years of age. I don't know why Triple D and McGuigan seem to think that they can get him turned around within a year to get back to where he needs to be. Why not give it 2 years? For me, I would just let the heavyweight division play out, let the guy have 3 or 4 more fights, establish himself within the WBA, and then when he's 25, you know, around obviously 2023, challenge for a world title. You know, he's got this trinket belt, which we know means absolutely nothing, but it still essentially gives him a ranking and a stepping stone in the WBA. So, look, as far as if he's got rid of those demons, I think it certainly helped his confidence. You could see that he was very happy after the fight, which is great. I don't think the fight lasted long enough for us to really say whether he's developed much since the Joe Joyce fight. For me, like I said, it was pretty much the same old Dubois, which, as I've mentioned, there was nothing wrong with that. He's a solid fighter. But I think if we're looking at guys that he could go up against, and let's keep it in-house for the WBA, I think solid people that he could probably go up against is, say, you know, an Adam Kalnacki or even a Charles Martin. You know, these are guys that are ranked 9th and 6th in the WBA. Obviously, his rankings have got to be updated, obviously. Daniel Dubois is still sitting at number 10. That will obviously change once these have been updated. But I think, yeah, let's say he goes up to number 4, maybe establish himself. He's not going to be obviously looking at challenging particularly anyone in the top 3. That's highly unlikely. But I'd say someone like a Kalnacki or a Martin, they'd be great people for Dubois. But yeah, I think, look, the key is just to take their time with him. I still see him as a prospect, and I don't want to see the guy rush. He's still very young. The worst thing you can do now is, you know, especially this year, put him back in against someone. He takes another loss. It's not going to do anything for his confidence. But good to see Dubois back. Very happy for him. He moves on. You know, he's got this WBA interim title now. And like I said, it's basically tat, but it can be used as a stepping stone now. So as long as he keeps winning, keeps hold of this belt, then like I said, maybe within 2 years, look to challenge for a title. Like I said, I think the most important thing now is there's so much uncertainty in the heavyweight division. I think the best thing to do is just let it all play out and see what happens. But what do you reckon, guys? What do you think of the performance? I don't think Bogdan Dinu put up much resistance. I think as soon as he found that nice little spot on the canvas, he was more than happy just staying put. But let me know what you thought. Did you see anything new within those sort of 4.5 minutes that we had of the fight? Let me know, and if you appreciate the video, click the thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers, guys.